You want me to talk? Testing 1 2 3. So they can hear me on at home. Okay. So then what's the problem? You can't hear me. Okay. Is that going to be an
Hey,
issue?
you want to see something really scary?
Thrills, chills, and things that go bump in the night. Russia's House of Terror. Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Ding dong.
Mountain Dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Located just south of the Mount Pleasant Square, Phillips Auto Clinic has you covered. Whether it's an oil change, an engine repair, tire replacement, and anything and everything in between, we've got what your vehicle is looking for. Phillips Auto Clinic. See us today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
For everything, there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, for God has made everything suitable for its time. Kimsey Funeral Home, Mount Pleasant.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Sports broadcasting on the Southeast Iowa Video Network is brought to you by Midwest Old Threshers and by Pepsi Bottling Company. Sports broadcasting on the Southeast Iowa Video Network is brought to you by Midwest Old Threshers and by Pepsi Bottling Company.
From the top of the West Bleachers in the gym of Mount Pleasant Community High School, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Panther Volleyball Live on the Mount Pleasant Live Facebook and YouTube feeds. It's the final home match for the Panthers, which means it's senior nights. 10 Panthers will be honored as your Mount Pleasant Panthers take on the Burlington Greyhounds in a Southeast Conference matchup. Joined by my producer, Mike Heaton, I'm Luis Aranda, and thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. Mount Pleasant Live is the exclusive streaming home of Panther athletics from the fall through next summer. Mount Pleasant Live sports coverage all year long is powered by our broadcast partner, Midwest Old Threshers. A big thank you to Terry, Grant, and all the folks that make Old Threshers great for helping support high school athletics. In 2 days, Thrasher's House of Terror opens for the season. Get your Halloween thrills started with the spookiest haunted house in the Southeast region. Also, a special shout out to Refreshment Services Pepsi for its support in launching Mount Pleasant Live, and to Community First Credit Union for its sponsorship and support. Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Panther pregame show, brought to you by Pep Stop of Mount Pleasant. So here it is, the culmination of the home schedule for the Panthers and the final home match for 10 seniors. The Panthers are looking to bounce back after back-to-back defeats at the hands of the Fairfield Trojans. Tonight, they do battle with another Route 34 rival in the Burlington Greyhounds. The Greyhounds come in with a 19-9 record after dropping their most recent matchup to Washington last Tuesday night at home, 3-1. Burlington has 3 players who have racked up an impressive amount of kills, led by junior Mila Ertz with 120. And not too far behind are the duo of senior Sydney Schroeder and junior Sophia Young with 116 kills each. And right on their heels are senior Daphne Brown with 115 and junior Gemma Plummer with 107. Assisting these Greyhounds is freshman Lauren Schrader with 250 assists. On the defensive side, Gemma Plummer leads the Greyhounds with 38 blocks. Senior Lily Newell has 269 digs to lead the team. And from the serving line, Sydney Schroeder has 41 service aces. On the Panther side, Mount Pleasant is looking to bounce back from the back-and-forth affair with Fairfield last Tuesday night. The Panthers ended up on the wrong side of a 3-2 final score. The Panthers certainly had their opportunities, but unforced errors late in set 3 were hard to overcome despite taking set 4. Set 5 was their undoing as the Trojans closed the door with a 15-8 final set in a thrilling matchup. Senior Addison Clark will don a Panther jersey one final time in front of the home crowd. Addison leads the team with 170 kills on the season. The Queen, senior Alex Scott, is second with 124. These 2 seniors are assisted by another senior, Abby Carthy, who has 217 assists on the season. On defense, junior Jenna Schwartz accounts for 36% of the team's blocks with her 36. She's dominated at the net as she has double the amount of blocks compared to the next person, which is Addison Clark with 18. Schwartz will look to add to her total tonight. On the serve, Clark leads with 20 service aces. These 2 teams faced off earlier in the season at the Wilton Varsity Volleyball back at the Wilton Varsity Volleyball Tournament back on September 13th. Burlington took that matchup 2-0, so the Panthers are looking to avenge that defeat. We're about ready to start things off here in Mount Pleasant. We're going to take a short break and return with the opening serve right after these messages from our great sponsors. We're about a minute away from first serve. You have been watching the Mount Pleasant Panther pregame show, brought to you by Pep Stop of Mount Pleasant.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
3, chills, and things that go bump in the night. The pressure Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain's calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Located just south of the Mount Pleasant Square, Phillips Auto Clinic has you covered. Whether it's an oil change, an engine repair, tire replacement, and anything and everything in between, we've got what your vehicle is looking for. Phillips Auto Clinic. See us today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
For everything, there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, for God has made everything suitable for its time. Kimsey Funeral Home, Mount Pleasant.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes.
Straight up out of the we talk on all over the world.
Out of... There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get...
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
Jim Barton Construction has all your assembly needs under one roof. With a plethora of services at our disposal, no job is too small or too large for JBC. Call the number on screen now or go online at jimbartonconstruction.com.
Pep Stop is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. Pep Stop is your one-stop shop for everything from gas, top-of-the-line car wash, a snack and a drink for the road, or a pizza on a Friday night. Stop in or call us at 319-385-4112.
Mount Pleasant Tire is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. We have everything your car needs, from oil changes to tire and engine repair and much, much more. Give us a call or go online at mountpleasanttires.com. Mount Pleasant Tire, we keep you rolling.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Gym, and we are going to provide you our starting lineups. All right, folks, we've played the anthem. We have announced the starting lineup, so we are moments away from first serve as the volleyballs are being sent into the crowd. And today we have T-shirts as well. I am aware of my surroundings. The last two home matches, I've had volleyballs thrown in my direction, and I think we're safe tonight, Mike. Perfect. All right. The starting lineups for the visiting Burlington Greyhounds: Daphne Brown, Gemma Plummer, Sydney Schroeder, Lily Newell, Lauren Schrader, Mila Ertz, and Sophia Young. And then for the Panthers, Addison Clark, Alex Scott, Brianna White, Jenna Schwartz, Kinley White, Abby Carthy, and Meadow Carter. We are celebrating senior night at the gym, and the Panthers starting lineups has 4 seniors. All right. We're going to get started here. It is a packed house in the gym. The student section is donned in pink tonight. And then we also have quite a bit of young volleyball players as well. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. You are watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers. The Panthers will serve first, and Abby Carthy will do the honors. Schrader. Scott. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Schrader set it up for Brown, and it's a kill. First point on the board for the Panthers. Carthy to serve again. Schrader over the net. A dig by Carthy. Scott to Clark over the net. Schrader to assist. Brown over the net. Carthy sets it up for Schwartz. Gets it over. Schrader to set again. Met at the net by Schwartz and White. Schrader to Brown. And Scott unable to dig that up. And the Greyhounds get their first points. Daphne Brown credited with that kill. Schroeder to assist Clark. A little too long for Schwartz. Results in a point for the Greyhounds. 2-1 early in this first set. Clark to Carthy. Clark, a little touch. Schrader to Young. And we got another point. Seems like that was Ertz. Brown with her third serve. Received by Clark, set up by Carthy. Scott with the attempted kill. Ertz over. Carthy to set it up. Schwartz over the net for the kill. Brown with the deflection. And that's the second point for the Panthers, and Addison Clark to serve. And that is in, a service ace for the senior. 3-3. Over the net. Schrader with a little touch, and she'll get the kill. Lauren Schrader is a freshman, leads the team with 250 assists, and she is 6'2", an impressive player. Daphne Brown to serve. Alex Scott with the kill and is met by Schrader. That's received by White. Clark from the back line. Back over to the Panthers. Alex Scott long. Point. Greyhounds, and they have a 6-3 lead here in the first set. White to Carthy for Scott, met at the net, deflected off Schrader, and that's a kill for Scott. Meadow Carter to serve. Plummer to Schrader, and Plummer again, met at the net, blocked. Alex Scott credited with the block. Jenna Schwartz was also in there, but they're going to credit it to Scott. Meadow Carter with another attempt. Schrader over the net. Met by White, set up by Carter. Scott with a little touch, and another kill. So 3 points in a row for the Panthers has made us a 6-6 game here in the first set. Meadow Carter with her third service attempt, and it is an error. Coming in is Stella Rascon for the Greyhounds as she serves. Carter got a little bit underneath that, but over. Newell. Plummer over. Scott deflected by Plummer. By Schroeder, excuse me. And Alex Scott with her fourth kill of the night. Alexis Rios coming in. And number 9, Maya Starr coming in, another senior. Rios to serve. Over the net. Oh, White with a save. Scott over the net. Rascon sets it up for Young. Oh, we got ourselves a nice rally going here. Young over, met by Carter. Rios with the set. Scott with the kill! Deflected off of Young. Scott's 5th kill of the night. 8-7 Panthers. Rios over. Young over the net. Dug up by Scott. Carter sets it up. Rios over. Rascon with the setup. Schroeder over. Dug up. Carter over. Brown, Young. White Dug up again. Schroeder from the back line. Dug up by Clark. White. Rascone to Newell. Clark digs it up. Rios again to Scott with a little touch at the net. Rios over Newell. To Rascone. Schwartz with the attempted block, but save. Clark, Rios. Over to White, deflected at the net. Dug up. Rascone. And Scott with the kill. Wonderful play there. What a rally. 9-7 Panthers. Rios with her third service attempt. Rascone to set. And a kill to Ertz. Mila Ertz on the kill, and she will serve next for the Greyhounds, 9-8. Mila Ertz. Service reception by Scott, set up by Rios. Addison Clark from the back line, dug up by Ertz. And the kill to Schroeder. Ertz to serve again. 9-9, first set. Received by Carter, set up by Rios. Scott, dug up by Rascone. Over the net by Ertz. Clark to Rios. Scott, long, and out of bound. 10-9. Ertz's third serve. Received by Carter. Rios with the set. Clark. Dug up by Rascone. Over the net for Schroeder. Rios sets up Scott. And points. Scott very quickly with 7 kills on the evening already. 10-10, and the Queen will serve. Over the net, dug up, received by Newell. And the kill for Young. 11-10 Greyhounds. Daphne Brown checks back in, and Gemma Plummer checks out. And the serve will be Lily Newell. That hits the net, and that is a service ace. The first ace of the matchup for the Greyhounds to give them a 12-10 lead in this first set. Received by Carter, a little hard. Net violation on the Panthers will result in a point. 13-10. Scott crossed up on that reception. Clark dug up by Rascone. Young deflected by Starr, and a kill for Young, and we got a timeout on the court. 14-10 in the first set. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Mount Pleasant Tire is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. We have everything your car needs, from oil changes to tire and engine repair and much, much more. Give us a call or go online at mountpleasanttires.com. Mount Pleasant Tire, we keep you rolling.
Your dream home in Mount Pleasant is your one-stop shop for everything home decor, flooring, and design. With options from recliners to mattresses and flooring options from vinyl plank to carpet, find your home's beauty at your dream home. Your home, your dream.
All right, we are back from that timeout. Panther Volleyball presented by Midwest Old Threshers. Once again, thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Tuesday evening. Lily Newell once again to serve, serving 14-10. Received by Scott. Rios to White. It hits the net. It's dug up by Rascone. Schroeder met by Scott in the back line. Clark with a little touch over the net. Clark receives it, sets up by Rios, and it's short. Young credited for a solo block. 15-10 Burlington. Newell serving for the fourth time. 15 serving 10. Carter receives the serve. Rios sets up Clark. Met at the net by Brown. Young over. White saves it. Scott sends it over to Newell. Rascone for Brown. Dug up by Carter, but not enough for Scott to set it up. And Brown gets credited for the kill, her second of the evening. And it's 16 serving 10 as Newell serves for the fifth time. Received by Carter, and Rios unable to corral it. That will be a service ace for Newell, her second of the ball game so far, as she's attempting her sixth serve of this set. 17-10 Burlington. Received by Carter, set up by Rios. Clark with authority, and she'll get credited with the kill. Ertz tried to dig it up, and Schroeder could not recover it. Kinley White now to serve for Mount Pleasant. Newell, Rascone, Young, man at the net by Scott, and a point. Substitutions now as Schrader comes back in, and Ella Schneiden makes her debut in tonight's matchup. Newell Clark met at the net. Block by Schrader. And Schneiden serving 19-11, received by Scott, set up by Rios. Starr over the net, met by Schrader. A little confusion there. Brown sets it up, over by Schneiden. Rios for White. Finds Schrader on the other side. Brown over. Rios for Scott. Little touch. Brown. Schrader set it up. Brown again. And Brown with the kill. Timeout, Mount Pleasant. We'll take a break. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Your dream home in Mount Pleasant is your one-stop shop for everything home decor, flooring, and design. With options from recliners to mattresses and flooring options from vinyl plank to carpet, find your home's beauty at your dream home. Your home, your dream.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
Thrill, chills, and things that go bump in the night. The Russians' House of Terror. Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant. Jim Schneiden to serve for the third time so far in this set. You're watching Panther Volleyball, presented by Midwest Old Threshers. And the front line is Brown, Schrader, and Schroeder for the Greyhounds. Newell, Schneiden serving, and Ertz in the back line. For the Panthers in the front line, Starr, Rios, and Brianne White. Kinley White, Alex Scott, and Addison Clark in the back line for the Panthers. Schneiden to serve, 20-11. That was a lucky bounce there for Schneiden. That's a service ace as it hit the net on the Burlington side, rolled over to the Panther side for a service ace. 21 serving 11. Scott receives the serve. Rios trying to do a little trickery. Unsuccessful. Schrader over the net. Starr. Schroeder to Schrader. Schroeder again. Met at the net. Rios to Scott. Long. Point. Burlington. 22-11. Scott receives the serve. Rios to Starr. Deflected by Brown. Schrader to Brown. A little touch. Dug up by Clark. Clark again. A little too soft. Rios to Scott. And another unforced error. 22-11 Burlington. 23-11 Burlington. My apologies there. Scott receives a serve to Rios. Clark with the attempted kill. And she'll get it. Substitutions coming in. Abby Carthy for Maya Starr. Jenna Schwartz in for Alexis Rios. Schneiden leaves. Young comes back in for Burlington. Abby Carthy to serve. This is her third service attempt of the evening. Dug up by Newell. Schrader sends it over the net. Off the net, Schwartz to Scott. Dug up by the Greyhounds. And an unforced error there by Ertz. Results in the Panthers' 13th point of this set. Carthy to serve, her fourth one of the evening. Received. Schrader to Brown. Dug up by White. Carthy to Scott. And another kill. If you hear me refer to Alex Scott as the queen tonight, there is a reason. She is our 2025 homecoming queen. Congratulations to senior Alex Scott. Carthy with the serve. And Schwartz and White get crossed up at the net. It's a kill for Schroeder. And now it's set point for Burlington, 24-14. 24 serving 14, Schroeder for the Greyhounds. Received by White. Carthy over the net. Schrader sets for Brown. And that is a kill. And the first set goes to Burlington, 25-14. We will be back for the second set here in moments. You're watching Panther Volleyball presented by Midwest O Threshers.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
Thrills, chills, and things that go bump in the night. The Threshers House of Terror. Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew.
Located just south of the Mount Pleasant Square, Phillips Auto Clinic has you covered. Whether it's an oil change, an engine repair, tire replacement, and anything and everything in between, we've got what your vehicle is looking for. Phillips Auto Clinic. See us today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
For everything, there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, for God has made everything suitable for its time. Kimsey Funeral Home, Mount Pleasant.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Gymnasium. Luis Aranda here, providing you live play-by-play of this matchup. Panther Volleyball is powered by Midwest Old Threshers. First set was all Burlington. The highlights for the Panthers is Alex Scott's 8 kills for the Panther offense. On the Greyhound side, the kill leader was Daphne Brown and Young for the Greyhounds. So we start off second set. Burlington up 1-0. 25-14 was the first set. Serving for the for the Greyhounds is Sydney Schroeder. And that is received by Alex Scott. Rios to Clark. And blocked at the net by Schrader. Oh, that was not a block. Panthers with the point there. I misread that completely. And we have substitutions as Schwartz comes in and Abby Carthy as well. Carthy to serve. Schrader to Brown. Out of bounds. Carthy to serve. This is her 7th serve attempt of this game. Second of this set. Received by Schroeder. Schrader. Young over the net. Dug up by Scott from the back line. Dug up by Young. Young over. Dug up by Scott. Carthy. Schwartz met at the net by Brown. Credit Daphne Brown for the block. Daphne Brown to serve, her 5th attempt of the evening. Received by White. Carthy to Clark. Dug up by Schrader. Schroeder. And an unforced error by Ertz. Into the net. And now it's 3 serving 1 Panthers. Addison Clark to serve, her 3rd of the evening. Received by Young. Schrader. Over the net was Schroeder. Clark now met at the nets by Schrader and Plummer. I'm going to give the block to Schrader on that as she exits. And Rascone comes in and she will serve for the 2nd time tonight. Received by White. Carthy to Schwartz. Dug up by Rascone. Young to Plummer. And the kill by Scott. That's her 9th. 4 serving 2. Meadow Carter to serve. And out is White. This is Carter's 4th service attempt. The Greyhounds dig it up. And an error by Plummer. Leads to the Panthers' 5th point. Carter's 5, serving 2. Dug up by Schroeder. Young with the kill. That's her 2nd of the evening. Maya Starr was unable to dig that up. 3 serving 5, Mila Ertz to serve for the Greyhounds. Received by Carter, set up by Carthy. Over the net by Schwartz, and Ertz unable to dig that up, gives Schwartz the kill. That's her 1st kill of the evening. Alexis Rios comes in, replacing Jenna Schwartz. And for the first time tonight, Kate Musselman checks in for Abby Carthy. So Musselman, another senior, as Rios serves for the 4th time tonight. Schroeder over the net, met by Rios. Scott, the queen, with her 10th kill of the night. Alexis Rios to serve. Newell. And Scott with the kill. That's her 11th of the night. 8-3 Panthers. Rios to serve. Received by the Greyhounds. And the kill for Plummer. Substitution coming in. Plummer is out. Newell to serve. In is Young. Received by Clark, set up by Rios. Alex Scott, a little long. 5, serving 8. Scott receives it, and that'll be a service ace for Newell. Scott received the serve, and it went a little bit too close to the net for anybody to dig up. Newell with her 9th serve, received by Clark. Rios to White, and Young unable to block it, and that'll be a kill by Kinley White. That's her 1st kill of the evening. Scott to serve. Newell receives it, and Clark dumps it over the net for the kill. Her 3rd. Scott to serve. 10, serving 6. And an error. Point for the Greyhounds. Schrader checks back in, and Schneiden as well. Schneiden to serve, her 6th one of the evening. Carter receives it. Rio sets it up, and Musselman and White were crossed up. That'll be a service ace for Schneiden. Carter receives it, goes over the net, met by Brown. Rios to set. White with the kill. Sophia Young checks back in for the Greyhounds, replacing Schneiden, and now serving for the Panthers is Kinley White. Brianna White also checked in. Schrader for Schroeder. Dug up by Scott. Clark with too much. on that attempted kill. And Sydney Schroeder to serve for the Greyhounds. 9 serving 11. Second set. Panthers up by 2. Received by Scott and nobody there. Ace for Schroeder, her first of the evening. Uncharacteristic errors by the Panthers here have brought the Greyhounds back into it here in the second set. Schroeder to serve for the third time. No. White unable to receive that, and Schroeder has an ace, and we have a timeout on the floor for Mount Pleasant. We'll take a quick break. The Greyhounds have tied it at 11 in set 2. You're watching Panther Volleyball, presented by Midwest Old Threshers.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
All right, we're back. 11-11 here in the second set. Our Panthers have forced themselves into this predicament with unforced errors. The one predictable thing is Alex Scott killing it on the court with 11 kills so far. We will resume play, and Schroeder will serve for the 5th time tonight. She has 2 service aces. They both have come in the last 2 attempts and make that 3 in a row. Scott tried to receive that one, was a little bit too low. Nobody there to dig it up, and Schroeder has her 3rd straight ace. She's now attempting her 6th serve of the evening. 12-11. White. Rios saves it. Sent over to net. Brown digs it up. Schrader sets it for Brown. A little touch. Dug up by Rios. Over the net for Clark. Schrader. Dug up by White. Rios. Clark. Dug up by Schroeder. And Ertz goes out of bounds. Point for the Panthers. Abby Carthy coming in for Kate Musselman. Jenna Schwartz coming in for Alexis Rios. And Abby Carthy to serve for the 8th time tonight. 12-12, second set. Dug up by Young. Schrader to Ertz. Over the net. Dug up by Carthy. White saves it. Schrader over Young. Clark, Carthy, White, Schrader, saved by Young, over the net by Newell, and it's long. Points, Panthers. Carthy to serve for the 9th time. Young receives it to Schrader. Brown. No, it's actually Ertz. And Ertz will get the kill. Mila Ertz's 3rd kill for the Greyhounds, and Daphne Brown will serve. Newell leaves the game, and Gemma Plummer checks in for the Greyhounds. Received by White in the back line, and it will be a service ace for Brown. And the Greyhounds are back on top, 14 serving 13. For Brown, this is her 7th serve of this ball game. Received by White. Carthy to White, and met at the net. Schrader with the block. Her 3rd. Brown to serve. 15 serving 13. long. And that's a service error for Brown. Addison Clark to serve 15, serving 14. 14 serving 15. And we have a kill for the Greyhounds. Ertz. Roskin to serve. Ertz with her 4th kill. Clark from the back line met. And an unforced error for Ertz. And the serve will go back to the Panthers as Meadow Carter checks back in. 15 serving 16. Lily Newell comes back in for the for the Greyhounds. Rascone to Ertz. And too long and out of bound for a point for the Panthers, and we're tied at 16. Carter to serve. Schroeder receives it. Young sets it. Ertz over the net. Scott, Carthy over the net. Rascone, Newell to Young, and that's long. Out of bound, and now the Panthers are taking a 17-16 lead. And Carter is setting up for her 8th serve of the evening. Plummer, Carthy, Scott, out of bound. Point Greyhounds. Coach Schrader is saying that it was tipped at the net. And one official is agreeing. And it will be a point for the Panthers. Assistant Coach Bjork ran up to Coach Schrader, letting her know, hey, we got the point. And Meadow Carter gives that point right back to the Greyhounds on a service error there. Her 2nd of the evening. And it will be 18 serving 17. Mila Ertz to serve. This is her 5th serve of the evening. 17 serving 18, 2nd set. Received by Carter. Carthy to Scott. Newell. Plummer. Sends it over. Carthy. Scott. Rascone, Schroeder, Clark with the save, Carthy over the net, Young, Rascone, Plummer, touched. Oh, Carthy with the dig. It was then a near assist by Carter, but unfortunately for the Panthers, there was not a 3rd touch to get it over the net, and that results in a point, and Ertz will serve for the Greyhounds, her 6th of the night. Carter receives it. Carthy close to the net. And that's going to be an ace. That is Ertz's 1st service ace. And it's 19-18 Greyhounds and a timeout for the Panthers. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching Panther Volleyball.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, read the bottom. We talk on all over the world. Out of
There's another word for that, Peter, what do we call that? Cold.
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network
Mila
Facebook
Hurts
and
to
YouTube
serve
page.
for the 7th time, and that's an ace, her second of the evening. 2018 Greyhounds, welcome back. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers here on Mount Pleasant Live. A much different story here in the second set compared to the first set. This has gone back and forth between these two teams. 20 serving 18. Ertz received by Carter. Carthy sets up Clark. Dug up by Burlington. Plummer with the touch and the kill. That is Plummer's second kill of the evening. Mila Ertz to serve for the 9th time. Received by Carter. Carthy sets it up. Jenna Schwartz dug up. Young tried the kill. Scott is there. Kill number 12 for Ella Queen. And substitutions coming in. Alexis Rios for Jenna Schwartz. And Kate Musselman in for Abby Carthy. Alexis Rios to serve. Her 7th of the evening. 19 serving 21. Schroeder. Young. Dug up by Clark. Set up by Rios. White. Newell with the dig. Young over the net. Clark digs it up. Rios to Scott. Too long. Point. Greyhounds. And Plummer checks out of the ball game. Newell to serve, her 10th of, and that's a service ace. I was saying that is Newell's 10th serve, resulting in her 4th ace. 23-19 Greyhounds. Newell for the Greyhounds, received by Scott. Rios sets it up for White. And met at the net was Young and Brown. Setting up set point for the Greyhounds. Newell. Carter receives it. Rios. White. And that's 4 hits and an ace for Newell, her 5th. And the second set goes to Burlington, 25-19. So the Panthers have their work cut out for them, down 2-0. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the third set. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Jim Barton Construction has all your assembly needs under one roof. With a plethora of services at our disposal, no job is too small or too large for JBC. Call the number on screen now or go online at jimbartonconstruction.com.
Pep Stop is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. Pep Stop is your one-stop shop for everything from gas, top-of-the-line car wash, a snack and a drink for the road, or a pizza on a Friday night. Stop in or call us at 319-385-4112.
Mount Pleasant Tire is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. We have everything your car needs, from oil changes to tire and engine repair and much, much more. Give us a call or go online at mountpleasanttires.com. Mount Pleasant Tire, we keep you rolling.
Your dream home in Mount Pleasant is your one-stop shop for everything home decor, flooring, and design. With options from recliners to mattresses and flooring options from vinyl plank to carpet, find your home's beauty at your dream home. Your home, your dream.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
3 chills and things that go bump in the night. The Threshers House of Terror. Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Located just south of the Mount Pleasant Square, Phillips Auto Clinic has you covered. Whether it's an oil change, an engine repair, tire replacement, and anything and everything in between, we've got what your vehicle is looking for. Phillips Auto Clinic. See us today.
Welcome back to Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers. We're heading to set number 3 with Burlington leading 2-0, courtesy of a 25-14 and 25-19 markers. In the second set, the Panthers looked like they were back on it. However, after an 11-11 tie, the Greyhounds scored 14 of the next 22 points, outscoring the Panthers 14-8 the rest of the way, en route to a 25-19 marker after set 2. I'm Luis Aranda, joined by my producer Mike Heaton and videographer Eli Heaton. Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Community High School gym. Abby Carthy to serve. Newell to Schrader. Daphne Brown met at the net by Schwartz. Let's give her the block. So a good start for the Panthers. 1-0. Carthy dug up by Newell. Schrader to Schroeder. Scott from the back line, unable to get over, and that's a point for the Greyhounds. 1-1, and Sydney Schroeder to serve. Small stoppage in play as the line judge returns to their spot. Had a quick conversation with the photographer. All is good. Schroeder to serve. Her 7th of the game. White. Clark saves it. And Carthy gets it over. Newell digs it up. Schrader for Young, and it's in. Kill. Kill number 4 for Sophia Young, the junior. Schroeder to serve for the 8th time tonight. 2 serving 1. Received by Clark. Carthy sets up Clark over the net, dug up. Ertz. No, Carthy digs that one up. White. Clark with the kill. Addison Clark with the kill to make it 2-2, and they will serve now for the 5th time tonight. Newell receives it. Schrader to Schroeder. The back line is Clark. Carthy to Scott. And the kill. Alex Scott with her 13th kill of the evening. She has been consistent for the Panthers. She has 13 kills. Second on the team is Addison Clark, who is serving for the 6th time. 3 serving 2, 3rd set. Brown receives it. Schrader to Ertz, met at the net by Schwartz, and will get the block. Clark to serve 4-2. Young had to go all the way to the floor. And the kill for Daphne Brown. That's her 5th. Newell checks out. Gemma Plummer comes in, and Daphne Brown to serve for the 9th time today. Dug up by White, Carthy, Schwartz. Dug up by Brown, Schrader for Young. Dug up by White. Carthy sets it up for White. Dug up by Young, over the net by Schrader. Scott digs it up, Carthy to Schwartz. Dug up again by the Greyhounds. Brown to Schroeder. No. White to Carthy for Scott. Met at the net by Plummer and Schrader. That is Schrader's 4th block of the evening, and it's 4-4. Brown to serve for the 10th time. White receives it. Clark for Scott. And gives Scott another kill, number 14. Checking in for the Panthers is Meadow Carter, and she will serve, replacing Brianna White. Carter with her 10th serve of the evening. Received by Schroeder. Schrader back to Schroeder. Carthy digs it up. Carter sets it up for Scott. Young to Schrader. Met at the net. Ertz. Newell back to Ertz. And a net violation. And points to Mount Pleasant, as Schroeder has words with the referee. The play stands as called. 6 serving 4, Carter. Young to Schrader. Plummer with a little touch, and she'll get credited for the kill. Her 3rd of the evening. Schrader comes out, Rascone comes back in, and she will serve for the Greyhounds. 5 serving 6. In for the Greyhounds is Plummer, Ertz, Young, Newell, Schroeder, and Rascone with the serve, received by Carter. Carthy having to do a little bit extra to get it over. Plummer to Clark, dug up, Carthy for Scott, and a 4th hit. Tied at 6. The front line is Schwartz, Carthy, and Kinley White. On the back line is Carter, Clark, and Scott. Meadow Carter receives the Rascone serve. Over the net by Ertz, dug up by Carthy. Carter sets up Kinley White. Dug up by the Greyhounds. Rascone to Plummer. Dug up by Carter. Carthy to Schwartz. Long point Greyhounds, 7-6. Burlington rallying off 3 points in a row to take a 7-6 lead, and Rascone to serve for the 6th time. And an error. To the delight of the Panther fans and the student section here. Schwartz, Carthy come out. Starr and Rios comes in. Alexis Rios to serve. Young over the net, and credit her for the kill. Kill number 5 for Sophia Young. And Mila Ertz will serve. Ertz received by Carter. Rios to Scott. Ertz with the dig. Rascone over the net. Carter to Carthy. Starr with the kill. That's Star's first kill. And Alex Scott to serve. 8 serving 8, third set. Newell receives it. Rascone sets it up. Ertz dug up by Rios, set up by Scott. Kinley White over the net. Rascone for Young, met at the net by Starr. Plummer for Rascone. Schroeder deflected by White, and Schroeder will get credited for the kill. No! Point. Point Mount Pleasant, net violation on Schroeder. 9 serving 8. Scott to serve for the 5th time. Received by Newell. Rascone sets it up for Ertz. Dug up by Rios. Set up by Carter. White over the net. Long points. Greyhounds. 9-9. Lily Newell to serve. Plummer checks out. Brown comes back in for Burlington. 9 serving 9. Lily Newell for the 13th time tonight. Short. Received by Scott. Carthy. Dug up by Rascone. Back over the net. Clark a little short. Young over the net. Dug up by Carter. Rios for White. Met by Schroeder and Brown. Scott sends it over. Rascone for Brown. To the back line. Deflected by Carter. Saved by Scott. Sent over by White. Newell digs it up. Young toward the back line. White, Scott, Newell. Rascone for the Greyhounds. To Rios. Carter to Clark. Rascone to Newell. Ertz. Dug up by Carter. Starr sets it for Scott. No. Rascone to Newell. Young. And met at the net. Maya Starr with the block. Coming out is Meadow Carter. Brianne White comes in, and Kinley White will serve. Newell to Rascone. Young with the kill. Sophia Young 6th. And we have a player down on the court. That is Kinley White. And she appears to be shaken up on that dig attempt. And a hush over the crowd as Kinley White gets to her feet to a round of applause. Coach Schrader and Coach Bjork checking on her, and the trainer is also checking on her, and it appears like she is good to go. 10-10, set 3. As coaches Schrader and Bjork talk to the senior. Again, this is senior night. Kinley White is one of 10 seniors being honored tonight in pregame festivities. As now we'll have a towel to wipe up any condensation. As Alex Scott also shows her dance moves that I'm sure she showed in celebration of her being crowned homecoming queen this past weekend, along with homecoming king Ramsey Davis of the Panther football team. All right, we're back in action. White will stay, and Schneiden to serve for the Greyhounds. 10 serving 10, received by Scott. Rios and Clark with the kill. That's number 5. Sophia Young comes back in for the Greyhounds, replacing Schneiden, and we got 2 substitutions coming in. Alexis Rios out for Jenna Schwartz, and Maya Starr out in favor of Abby Carthy. And Abby Carthy will serve for the 12th time tonight. 11 serving 10. Newell receives. Schrader to Brown. deflected at the net by Schwartz. Carthy sets it up for Scott. Ertz digs it up. Young over. Carthy with the dig. Too long. Point, Greyhounds. 11 serving 11 as Sydney Schroeder serves for the Burlington Greyhounds. Hits the net. Saved by White. Carthy for Clark. And the block attempt, it goes out of bounds. Kill for Addison Clark, number 6. And she will serve. 12 serving 11, Addison Clark for the 8th time tonight. And a service ace, number 2. 13-11. The Panthers with a little bit of momentum here in the 3rd set, down 2-0. Clark, received by Newell. Schrader for Ertz with a little bit of a touch, but Carthy is there. White to Clark, dug up by Plummer. Brown, dug up by Scott, set by Carthy. White, Schroeder to Schrader to Brown. Sophia Young out of bounds. Point, Panthers 14, serving 11. Serve number 9 for Clark with 2 service aces. Newell receives. Schrader for Brown, dug up by Clark. White over to White. Schroeder, Brown. Schwartz got a piece of it, but Daphne Brown will get credit for the kill. Number 6 for her. 14-12. Newell comes out, and Brown will serve. Daphne Brown received by White. Carthy for Scott, who finds an open spot for her 15th kill of the night. And Meadow Carter will check in for Brianna White. And Carter will serve for the 12th time. Schroeder receives it. Schrader back to Schroeder. Carthy with the dig. Carter to Kinley White, dug up by Young. Plummer to the back line. Carthy over. Plummer to Schrader to Ertz, deflected by Schwartz. Schwartz saves it. Clark from the back line over the net. Schrader over. Carthy with the dig. Carter sets it up for Scott. And Schroeder in the back line. Newell sets it. Schroeder dug up by Carter. Carthy over the net. Dug up by Schroeder. Schrader to Plummer. No. Carthy for Scott with a little touch and the kill. Number 16. And a timeout for the Greyhounds. 16-12, period 3. We're going to take a short break. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
For everything, there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, for God has made everything suitable for its time. Kimsey Funeral Home, Mount Pleasant.
Welcome back to Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers, coming out of the timeout from Burlington. 16-12, Panthers, Luis Aranda, bringing to you live action from the gym here at Mount Pleasant Community High School. Meadow Carter to serve for the 13th time this evening. Lily Newell to Schrader and Gemma Plummer with the kill. Raskin to come in to serve. 13 serving 16. This is her 7th serve of the evening. Carter with, and that's a service ace. Too strong on the reception. Results in point number 14 for the Greyhounds. Serve number 8 by Raskin. Carter receives it. Carthy sets it up for Schwartz and out of bounds. Raskin to serve. Clark receives it. Carthy for Scott. Out of bounds! Raskin's 17th kill. Starr and Rios come in. Out are Carthy and Schwartz, and Alexis Rios will serve. 17, serving 15. Rios for the 9th time tonight. Newell receives it. Dug up by Carter. Over the net by Rios. Dug up by Newell. Over the net by Ertz. Young, met at the net by Scott. Rios for Clark from the back line. Raskin dug it up. A dig by Clark. Over the net by Rios. Schroeder to Raskin. To Young. Carter to Rios. Scott. Newell digs it up. Back over the Panthers side. Rios sets it up for Scott. Schroeder from the back line. Raskin to Ertz. Carter. Rios. White. Raskin is there. Over the net. Scott with the kill. Scott measured that up from the net and found the empty spot. 18-15 Panthers. Rios to serve for the 10th time. What a rally that was. Rios. Schroeder, Raskin over. Carter digs it up. Rios. And an error by Kinley White results into a point for the Greyhounds. 16 serving 18. And Mia Ertz to serve for the 11th time tonight. Received by Meadow Carter from the back line. Alexis Rios for Kinley White. Dug up by Ertz. Raskin. Schroeder met at the net by Kinley White for the block. That is Kinley White's first block, and Alex Scott will serve for the 6th time tonight. And Plummer received that with her face. Young over. Rios to set it. Scott. Raskin. No. It went around the net, not over the net. Points for the Panthers. 20 serving 16. Serve number 10. Nope. Serve number 7 for Scott. Schroeder with the kill. Schroeder measured that and found the back line and killed that one into the corner. Lily Newell to serve. 17 serving 20. Received by Scott. Line drive by Rios. Recovered enough for Clark. Raskin to Schroeder. A little bit of a touch. And Schroeder with the kill. Lily Newell. Serve number 15 on the night. Received by Scott. Over the net. Net violation. That'll be an ace. Newell's 6th service ace. Carter receives it. White to Star, over, dug up by Ertz. Young with the kill. Timeout, Panthers, 2020, third period. We're going to take a break. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Here at the Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Wow, version. Yesterday in the bottom. We talk on all over the world.
Out of
There's another word for that. Peter, what do we call that? Cold.
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
And it's received by Scott. Rios for Clark. A little touch. Raskin with the dig. Newell to Ertz. Dug up by Rios. Carter to Clark. Dug up. Clark at the net. Back over the Greyhound side. Raskin for Young. And dug up by Rios. Carter. White gets it over. Newell. Raskin. Brown. Dug up by Scott. Rios to Clark. No, Newell there. Raskin to Schroeder with the kill. And the Greyhounds now have a 21-20 lead as Newell serves for the 17th time in this broadcast. Ball game, sorry. Scott receives it for Rios. Clark met at the net. Credit her for her 7th kill. Tied at 21 here in the third set. Brianna White comes back in for Meadow Carter. And Kinley White now serving. Ertz receives it. Brown met at the net by Clark. And a kill by Sophia Young. Her 8th. Schnaden comes back in for Sophia Young, 22 serving 21. This is Schnaden's 9th serve of the game. With 2 service aces, Scott receives it for Rios. Addison Clark, long. It's tipped at the line, so Addison Clark will get credited for the kill. That's her 8th. Serving are the Panthers, Abby Carthy. 22 serving 22. Rios and Starr check out. Carthy and Schwartz check in. Carthy received by Newell. Schrader for Young. That's Sophia Young's 9th kill. And the Greyhounds now are serving. Sydney Schroeder will serve after this timeout by the Panthers. We'll take a quick break. 23-22 Greyhounds, third set. You're watching Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Jim Barton Construction has all your assembly needs under one roof. With a plethora of services at our disposal, no job is too small or too large for JBC. Call the number on screen now or go online at jimbartonconstruction.com.
Pep Stop is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. Pep Stop is your one-stop shop for everything from gas, top-of-the-line car wash, a snack and a drink for the road, or a pizza on a Friday night. Stop in or call us at 319-385-4112.
Welcome back to Panther Volleyball, powered by Midwest Old Threshers. Sydney Schroeder to serve for the Greyhounds, leading 23-22. Kinley White receives it. Addison Clark. Young to Schrader. Ertz. Dug up by Scott Carthy. Opportunity here for the Panthers. Clark over the net. Schroeder to Schrader to Brown. Dug up by White. White to Carthy over the net. Newell. Schrader to Ertz. Blocked by Schwartz. And Sophia Young with her 10th kill. And match point coming up for the Greyhounds. 24 serving 22 as the seniors on this court are facing match point in front of the home crowd for the last time. Schroeder to White. Carthy to Addison Clark. Back over Newell. Schrader, Daphne Brown. Schwartz deflected. Carthy. Opportunity here. Clark over the net. Dug up by Schroeder. Daphne Brown finds it. And a net violate, a lift. $23 serving 24. Still match point for Greyhounds. Clark to serve. Schrader for Ertz. Back line, Clark. Off of Carthy. And that's it. The Greyhounds take it 3-0 with a 25-23 victory. Ertz with the kill at the end. And that ends it for the Panthers and this home volleyball schedule. 3-0. Burlington 25-14, 25-19, and 25-23 to end it here in Mount Pleasant. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap it up from Mount Pleasant High School. You are watching Panther Volleyball, presented and powered by Midwest Old Threshers.
Pep Stop is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. Pep Stop is your one-stop shop for everything from gas, top-of-the-line car wash, a snack and a drink for the road, or a pizza on a Friday night. Stop in or call us at 319-385-4112.
Mount Pleasant Tire is a proud sponsor of Mount Pleasant Live and Mount Pleasant Athletics. We have everything your car needs, from oil changes to tire and engine repair and much, much more. Give us a call or go online at mountpleasanttires.com. Mount Pleasant Tire, we keep you rolling.
Your dream home in Mount Pleasant is your one-stop shop for everything home decor, flooring, and design. With options from recliners to mattresses and flooring options from vinyl plank to carpet, find your home's beauty at your dream home. Your home, your dream.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Community High School Gym. Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Panther post-game show, brought to you by Your Dream Home Furniture and Floors in Mount Pleasant. Well, friends, I was hoping that I was going to bring you some good news, that we were going to be able to rally from an early 2-0 deficit for the Panthers, but unfortunately Burlington takes it tonight. Luis Aranda here from Mount Pleasant Community High School. And a disappointing end for our seniors here in Mount Pleasant as Burlington takes the third set 25-23. Some highlights for some stats here for Burlington. Their kills were all over the place. It was led by Sophia Young, who came off the bench in tonight's matchup with 10 kills. Mila Ertz had 5 to go to tie with Sydney Schroeder as well. Daphne Brown had 6. Service aces, Lily Newell with 6 for the Greyhounds as their offensive onslaught just kept coming and coming for the Panthers. The Panthers were led by their senior duel of Alex Scott and Addison Clark. Alex Scott had 18 kills and Addison Clark had 8. Jenna Schwartz, Kinley White, and Maya Starr also appear on the stat sheet with kills. Blocks, Jenna Schwartz had 1. Kinley White had 1 as well, and Maya Starr had 1. 2 service aces for Addison Clark. Unfortunately for our seniors, it ends in defeat 3-0 for Burlington. Burlington moves to 20-9. And Mount Pleasant goes to 13-10 on the season. I do want to take a moment and honor our seniors who were honored pregame tonight. And for the final time in Mount Pleasant Community High School, Addison Clark, Alex Scott, Alexis Rios, Aubrey Moore, Maya Starr, Kate Musselman, Kinley White, Ashlyn Beecham, Abby Carthy, and Meadow Carter have played their final game in front of the Mount Pleasant crowd. Unfortunately for them, it results in a 3-0 loss to Burlington tonight. I wish I had better news for you watching at home, but fear not, the Panthers will see action as we move closer to end of the season tournaments. They will be back in action this weekend. Thank you for watching the Mount Pleasant Panther postgame show brought to you by Your Dream Home Furniture and Floors in Mount Pleasant. Our next live action on this channel will be on Friday, October 17th, as the Panther football team takes on the Spartans of Solon High School. Coverage begins at 7:20 with kickoff at 7:30. For my producer, Mike Heaton, and videographer, Eli Heaton, I am Luis Aranda bidding you a farewell and good night from Mount Pleasant Community High School, where the Burlington Greyhounds take this matchup 3-0. To my wife, Katie, and my kids, I'm coming home. We'll see you in a few weeks for football. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
Thrill, chill, and things that go bump in the night. The Russians' House of Terror. Family-friendly Halloween treat. Visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival ride, all for one low price. Kids 4 and under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.